Hello and welcome to the new Tableau Dashboard tutorial. And in this tutorial, I want to show you how you can create this sales win-loss dashboard. Now, I have created on the sales win-loss data, but you can take this as an example of scenario as a template and utilize it in any data set that you want. So the best part of this design, or what I really like, is that first of all, it is very visually appealing, as you can see. And not just visually appealing, it is giving you a lot of information. So I wanted to give you something which is ready-made template, and I will show you from where I am getting the inspiration so that you can explore more about it. Now, so this is the sales win-loss dashboard, which is having a green color theme, as you can see, where win is highlighted with this green, the different shades of green. And then loss is highlighted with the gray color so that one can clearly identify what you are winning, which is good for you, that is green, and neutral color loss to indicate the loss or deals that you are losing. So the first thing over here is the sales win-loss conversion, which is basically saying 1:5 ratio. So what it is, it's basically for winning one deal, you are actually losing 5 deals, right? So generally that's how in a company, it happens. If you are generating, let's say 10 leads, doesn't mean that you will going to convert all the leads. Let's say out of 10 deals, you are only, able to complete or close 2 deals, then your ratio becomes 1:5, right? That to generate 2 deals, you are actually losing rest of the other deals, which is 8 deals. So actually the ratio will be 1:4, not 1:5, right? So that is something which I wanted to show you as to how you can do that. Also, I am not focusing a lot on calculation of ratio because this calculation can be different for different companies and you may have a different way of looking at it. So my scenario I explained, very simple. If you have a different scenario, feel free to adjust that logic. This is just for an explanation over here. Okay, so this is what it is telling you, 1:5, that for winning one deal, you are actually losing 5 deals. Very conveniently positioned at a highest level, at company level. This is what the information is. Then what you have is by route to market. For example, you have field sales as one of the route to market, clearly indicating that 1:6, pretty much in line with how the companies are doing, how the overall company basically ratio is. Then you have other category, reseller 1:3. That means something really good is happening over here. Generally this information is available, but it can change when you select the basically the filters, right? So at a highest level, it looks really great. Then you have the tally coverage, which looks really bad, that 1:23 for winning one deal, you are actually losing 23 deals. And then tally sales, where for winning one deal, you are actually losing 7 deals. So this is a very clear and consistent information which a leader of the sales, let's say, may want to look at it, like for winning one deal, how much we are actually losing overall, and then by my different route to market. So that's at a highest level. After that, what you have is basically a bar chart basically indicating by the product, the deals values that you are winning and what you are losing. So clearly a lot of gray bars, right? And then what you have is the average loss amount. So what is on an average loss amount is, and this is very different from a normal average, because if we just put an average line, what it will give is the average of both these values. What I have made sure is that it is only taking this loss value and ignoring this part of this part, right? So I'll show you how you can do that, because customization is a part of the dashboard business. Requirements are very different from what we generally think, and they want a very specific information. So that's something what it is. Then you have the win-loss by competitor, which is competitor type, competitor, known competitor, unknown competitor, and none. These are, let's say, the 3 categories. In your data set, you may have more categories. So up to companies to company, how this information is changing. Then what you have is the win-loss opportunity details. So what you have is the opportunity number, region, route to market, supply subgroup, and then this indicator, which is giving you an indication that green winning, but so many deals that you are losing. So if I go down, you will continuously see the information and something because of the color coding, it is clearly telling you what you are winning and what you are losing, right? So that is something what we have as a dashboard. Now, once we have this dashboard, right, this is a very basic dashboard, still a lot of functionality you can see in terms of what we are showing, calculations, design. So I would not say a beginner, but at intermediate level sort of a dashboard for which you need to put an effort to create something like this. And with me, probably in some 30 to 40 minutes, you will be able to create it very easily. Once I'm done with this dashboard, I will show you at least 4 to 5 different functionalities which you should think about, that will going to take this dashboard even to a further next level, right? So I will tell you that. So stay tuned with me and I will show you step by step from scratch how you can create this. Okay, first of all, where is the data? Let me show you where is the data and the inspiration for this dashboard. Okay, so inspiration of this dashboard is coming from here. So this is a dashboard which I got it from when I searched for an example on Pinterest, and it gave me this example. I came over here onto this website and it basically showed me. But for me, you know, this centralized place is Pinterest.com to find amazing scenarios. Now these scenarios most of the time is created into some sort of designing tool like Adobe Photoshop or several hundreds open source tools that you are having, or maybe PowerPoint, right? But what I'm trying to do is, let's say if we see a stunning design, if we see an amazing design and we want to use that design to create it in, let's say, Tableau or Power BI, then I'm basically going and showing it to you how you can do that. Okay, so this is a design which I changed it a little bit from my perspective, but if you see overall theme and all, I have kept it consistent. Second thing is, where is my data? So data is present in my Google Drive, and in Google Drive you should come over here onto this data sets sheet. In this you have this Wellness link where you can go in and get the data set. Okay, so with that, let me go to dashboard again, and this is where my dashboard is. Now let me do is create a completely new workbook. So I will go to the file and new, and that will open up the new dashboard for me. So I'll just close this, and over here I'll just expand it. Okay, I have created two, I guess. Clicked it twice, so I'll just close one, and now I have this. Okay, connect to data. So I'll connect to data, and I believe it is a Microsoft Excel file, and this is where I have the win-loss data set. I will just bring in into my system or into my Tableau workbook. So I have opportunity number, supply group, ABC is good enough. This is also text field. This is a numeric field, 11 states. Let me just sales stage, right? And sales stage changing count, how many stage it has changed. A lot of wealth of information, usually for generating a good analytics to understand the patterns of winning or losing. For example, if a sales stage has greater than changed, let's say greater than 10, then you have 80% of the chance that deal is getting lost, something like that, right? So that is an advanced analytics. But what I'll do is let me just go through this very quickly. What is the opportunity amount? Very important field. Then we have the other categories: client size by revenue, client size by employee count, revenue from client in past 2 years, competitor type, ratio identified to total days, so on and so forth, and deal size category, 10,000 or less, 30 to 40,000. All of this is readily available. Once it is there, we are not doing anything, simply going to this deal. Okay, so what is my formula? Well, my formula is actually quite straightforward. So let me first show you in Excel to get an idea about it. So in this, what do we have is, let's say we are winning 2 deals, same example I am taking, and I have 10 deals. So the way to look at this is, this is my won deal, so 2 divided by 2, which is my base, right? These are the deals which I am winning, and this is the deals I am losing, so 10 divided by 2, right? So for winning 2 deals, I am losing 10 deals, so that becomes my ratio. So in this case, the base is the winning deal. Okay. And that's the same thing. We will do it over here. First, we will create the formula. So formula is win deals. And we will simply say if we have the deal status, something over here. There is this deal status. Let me region, route to market, deal category. Yeah, opportunity result. If opportunity result is equals to 1, then what do we have? We want to take opportunity amount USD, opportunity amount USD, and end. So this is one way of looking at this information, that for one opportunity we want to look at the opportunity amount, and this will basically tell for not the count which I was looking at, but it will going to tell us how much amount that I am winning. So it will give you that information. But if you want to get the count of the deal, so you need to take opportunity number. So instead of this, what I'll do is opportunity number, I will take it. Now both are important. Amount is also important and number is also important. If we are taking amount, it will basically tell us for winning $1 how much dollar I am losing, right? But if I am taking opportunity number, it will tell for winning one opportunity how much other opportunities that I am losing. That's how definition changes. So up to us, what do we want? So we'll take this count. So click OK. Win deals. I'll duplicate this. And I'll just first, before I duplicate, I will, what happened? Okay. I'll take this, and this is basically telling me 136, not the sum, but the distinct count. So 70,000, right? So this is good. So I will go here and say duplicate, and here I will going to say edit. And let me just see what is actually the value for loss. It is loss or lost, loss, LOSS. And over here, edit, LOSS, right? And click OK. One more thing which I have to do, again going into edit, and we will say loss deals, just to keep it consistent. So this is my win deal, this is my loss deal. Also, I'll make sure that it does not take sum whenever I use this. So I go into default properties, aggregation. I change this to count distinct. Now if I bring it over here, it will by default take count distinct. I don't have to change the aggregation, right? So if you see overall 17,000 opportunities is what we are winning and 60,000 opportunities what we are losing. So in this case, I will create another calculation, win ratio. It is very simple. It will always be 1, right? Click OK. And we will say create calculated field, loss ratio. And this will be nothing but loss deals divided by win deals. And click OK, right? So we will going to take this loss ratio again. This will be average. And I'll just type the format will going to be percentage. Let me just see why it is not coming. Let's close this. Okay, I see why it is doing that, because we have not specified any aggregation over here. Count D loss deals, right? Count D of win deals. Click apply and OK. I'll remove that and bring it again. So 3.435. So what I'll do is I'll go here again, put a format, and over here I will say number custom and I will make it 0. Okay. So what it is telling you, for winning one deal, you are actually losing almost 3 or 3 point something deals. So 17 multiplied by 3 will going to give you 51, which is a value closer to 60, right? And then, we can basically have it a rounded value. In my example, which I showed you over here, what I have loss ratio is the opportunity amount. So both ways we can do that. If we take an opportunity amount, it will going to give us 5. So that's why I said up to us what do we want and how do we want to utilize this information to get this case. All right, perfect. So what we'll do, we will say KPI 1, and the KPI 1 is how much, what is our win ratio is this, what is our loss ratio is this, why the win ratio is coming like this. Okay, so we will say count distinct is 1 because it was getting repeated for the number of rows that we are having. So 1 and ratio is this. So we will again just make sure the format is there and not the percentage, sorry, but this. So 1:3, right? And then we just need to make sure like this is coming win-loss coverage ratio, conversion ratio, this. So we will do this. So over here, I'll come here and we will say win-loss conversion ratio and enter win ratio, control X, control V, colon, and this is this, and we will have to write for winning 1 deal we are losing 3 deals. Okay, so this one will be slightly higher, I think 20. This one will still be higher, 26 maybe, and this one is, I believe 11 is okay. And all of this, let's try to put this much, click OK. So if you see, this is how it is coming. So what I'll do is I will put first of all standard entire view. So this is coming here, and then in text alignment left, and this is now coming over here. Okay, so we have this win-loss thing, and we will hide this title, right? And if I go back over here, this is the color that I'm using. So what I'll do is in this color, more colors, what I'll do is I will look at this color. What is this? Right click, format, over here, worksheet is, we have chosen this, more colors. This is the color and this is the hex code. Make sure you write it down, 136D78. Okay, copy this, come over here, right click, format, sheet, and over here in shading, worksheet color, which is this one. I will just choose that. Otherwise you have to, in your case, you have to basically put it over there. So win-loss conversion ratio 1:3. For winning 1 deal, we are losing 3 deals, which is pretty much similar to what we are having it over here. The only thing is, I think over here I have chosen this light color, which also you can also do that to make it more attractive. This is something an iterative process. So rather than this Tableau book, we will say Tableau light and click OK. Now it is slightly lighter. All right, so this, once it is done, what we can do, we need to basically duplicate it couple of times based on the route to market. I believe I have shown 5 route to market if I am not wrong. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. We have duplicated it 5 times. So first is the main KPI. This is our route to market KPI, and in this we have the route to market over here, and we will say, let's say field sales. Okay, then what do? We say over here other, then we come over here route to market reseller. Okay, then we again come over here, after reseller we have tally coverage, and then what do we have is the route to market is the tally sales. All right, so we are done with that. So we have this, which we are producing it. Now once you have done that, what you need to do is change the color. For each deal, there is a different color, and let's see the color that I'm choosing. So over here, if I go, this is the color, so I'll right click, copy, make sure you note it down, 176D6A. If I come over here for the, not over here, right click, format the sheet, shading over here, more color, and I'll paste it here. Click OK. Alright, so this is one color, this is another color. Now for third KPI, I will move over here. Over here, we will see this is the third color. The code is 1B8373. So copy this and I'm back to my original sheet, and I believe this is the color which I can 1B8373, right? Now going back to my other sheet where I have the next KPI, which is this color, and then this color, and then finally this is the color. So for this, my color is 1E946E. So you make sure you copy this 1E946E. Let's come over here. KPI 1 is done, 2 is done. Now for this, not here, sorry, over here, more colors, paste it, click OK. Now KPI over here and put cancel, moving to next sheet, coming over here, more colors, and after this I will show you how you can pick the color directly from that particular location. That's what I have done. So 43AD70. So coming over here, pasting it 43AD70, clicking OK, and then next KPI. We will move on to the sheet. Here, lightest green, 6AD499. Copy. Worksheet, more colors, paste, OK. So now I have the similar colors: first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, right? Different shades of basically this green color, from darker to the lightest green. Okay, so we can put it save, and save we can I think I can do that. Win loss score. All right, so once we have done that, the workbook is saved. At least I will not going to lose this work. Once I have done that, what do I need to do is create a bar chart. Okay, if I go over here, if you see, this is my bar chart. This bar chart is basically having, as you can see, the configuration. We have the opportunity result like win or loss over here. But what we are saying is we want supply groups on the x-axis and we want opportunity amount. So first thing first is supply group. So supply group or supply subgroup? Subgroup, right? So yes, supply subgroup. And what we have is the opportunity amount, right? And let's make it entire view. This is how it has come. This is generally how it comes, right? Now it comes our Tableau expertise to do this piece. What do we need is bifurcation by the opportunity result. So we will put it on color. That's first. Over here we will go, and for loss we will going to choose this color, which is this. And for winning, we will choose one of the shades of green color. And I think this green is good. I really like it. So what I'll do is I will go into the format again here in sheets, in more color, copy, and I need to come here. I need to click on bar, and then we can do edit color. For font, double click and paste it over here and click OK, apply, and OK. So now it is becoming our color of choice. I think I don't like this sort of shady gray. So I come over here in these pencil colors and I choose this, click OK. I need a proper gray rather than this one. This one is also slightly dark. So again, up to us, what do we want? I think silver is fine. Click apply and OK. Once we have done that, we need labels. So show mark label, right? And I think this is fine. I will again right click format. Over here in this grid there is none, and I'll come over here, grid line for rows, none. I will keep it none over here. Then I will right click and hide this, show header, right click and hide this, right? And then what do we have? Always make sure you remove this, hide this card. Does it, because it creates a problem when we create the final dashboard. Also, if you want, you can put dollar amount. So you can come over here, format and currency and 0, right? So it basically, oh, it is not giving you. All right. So opportunity result, maybe because what we have not done is we have not put it on the label. We are directly using the label and we are using all the fonts and alignment. But for that, what do we need is I hold down my control key and drag it onto the labels. And then from here, I choose the format and then I choose currency. Now you can see the dollar value is coming. So this may happen. You may be wondering, maybe you are scratching your head why this is not coming. Well, it is because it is not taking an impact from this particular field. So you have to specifically put it over here. All right, so we are done from up till at least bar chart. What do we need is basically the loss value, right? So we have the loss deal. I will duplicate this and we will say loss amount. So edit and we will say loss amount. This is for that reference line I was talking about. So if this is opportunity number, we will call it opportunity amount USD and click apply and OK. So this is our loss amount, right? And over here in analytics, what I'll do is I will put opportunity loss amount here on the details so that it is not present anywhere, but I will change the measure to average. So this then becomes over here in analytics, we need to come here. We need to come and put the average line onto the table. And this average line, I will right click, edit. Rather than sum of opportunity amount, I will say average loss amount. And I'm able to get it average loss amount is because it's there on the detail, right? So rather than this, we will say custom average loss amount is value and click OK. All right, where is that average loss amount? Average or sum? Yeah, sum, sorry. So this basically gives us the loss amount over here. Let me put it. Loss amount is fine. So what we are doing is at a table level, we are specifying the sum of loss amount, but with the help of this, if I choose sum, it goes really high because it is taking that overall amount. So what we need is we need a table level average. So that is why we are calling it average loss amount. Then we can format it and we format it using currency and that is what it is. So 841,915. So 533 looks like pretty much average value of loss amount, right? So make sure you save this. Also, the another thing that you can do with this is right click, format, rather than this pretty dark line, right? Sorry, right click and edit. I can actually do it from here as well, format. I can choose this, which makes more sense, which is not taking a lot of attention, but at least it is taking the dotted line. Save this. Now what do we need to do is we need to create two donut chart, which is based on the competitor type 3, right? So where is our competitor type is over here, right? And in this competitor type, what I'll do is I will make it what pi over here, right? Known and all of these three. Now over here, the way we want to see this by win loss. So opportunity result, we will put it over here, win and loss. And then what do we need is the by opportunity amount. So that will be on angle, and this is what it is present here. Okay. So what I'll do is I will put quick table calculation percent of total. That's one. Make sure this is on the label. And then I will also put the opportunity amount onto this, and we will sum of opportunity amount, and below to that we can write in brackets we have this. Okay, let's click apply and okay. So first thing first is I wanted to make sure, so this is first of all gone, and over here we have the measure. So it's always present over here, but what I was trying to do is I was trying to put it there, but I have another idea to do that, which I will do it with this. So what I'll do is I will use a field min0, and I will also use min0. This is a dummy field which I'm using just to create two visualizations over here, as you can see, right? So my first visualization is where I will be having the this value, right, labels, and I will have this as format, and in the format this is where I have the currency 0, and let me put it in millions, right, so that it is small. Okay, so we have this also in labels. What we will do is we will keep it a little bit smaller, which is 8, right? So this is there, and then this is basically one part, and then this is my second part. In my second part, what I'll do is I will remove this. So this is gone. I will remove this. This is also gone. I will say show label. Now you can see percentage is coming, right? So now this is so first of all I want to show you what this percent of amount is. This is very important to understand basically what is going on. So we are having the 19.28% and 7.89 and so on and so forth, right? So in that case we basically want the amount as well. So two ways: either I create a custom calculation, or I somehow figure out a way to show it along with this, because in central what it is doing is it is taking the percent of total of these three rather than the pi. So I was hoping that we can do that, but looks like it is creating that issue. So one thing is, like I said, we can create the percent of loss. So create calculated field. So I have created the loss amount, right? And I will duplicate this. Let me just try it. I have not done it in my original solution, but I will try to do it here directly in front of you. Loss amount, win amount. Sorry, yeah, just one time, and we will say won, right? And so what we are saying is simply what is our win amount, what is our loss amount. In this case also they are saying 2.34 is win amount and this is our loss amount, right? Now we have the win amount and loss amount. I can find a percentage as well, so I'll create we will say loss percentage. If let's say that is our objective is, so we will say loss amount divided by win amount. So this is loss amount is basically the overall loss amount, and 54.84. So we basically need in this case is the overall opportunity amount. So I will say sum of opportunity amount USD, and we will say sum of loss amount, right? So if I have $100 value, how much I am really losing? I'll click apply and OK. Now if I put it here on the label, I remove this, I remove this, so 82% is the value which I am losing, 77% is the value that I am losing, and 82% is the value that I am losing, right, of the overall opportunity. Let me just try to see if this was the same thing which I was also getting it from opportunity amount USD. So I have opportunity amount USD over here also, and I will try to, because if it is same then my value is wrong, percent of total. Okay, so this value is different from what I am having it over here, so that means calculation is good. That is one way. Another way is you actually literally take the value and do the calculation. All right, now I can go over here, put a format and percentage. So it basically shows you how much in total that you are losing in terms of dollar amount. So this is the amount, but divided by the total win and loss is give you 82% is you are losing overall. And I just 83% and this and this. So I choose white and let's do slightly smaller. And then what we will do is make it a dual axis. Okay, now you can see how clearly the value is coming. 83%, this, and then what I can do is in the first one I can increase the size maybe up till here, and for second slightly lesser than what I had. Yeah, so this is good. Now it's all about a little bit of formatting. Right click, uncheck the show header, right click, uncheck the show header, known, unknown, and all of that. What I'll do is I will need to create 3 different charts. I can do this as well, but I will not going to get an impact like this, right? So what do I need is basically 3 different charts, and it's quite easy. So the way I will going to do that, one is I have known, 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 right click, duplicate, none, right click, duplicate, unknown. So what do I have? What do I need to do is I simply need to filter known. Yep. So also uncheck show header, it's gone. Also one thing I should have done is formatting this little bit in the borders. Sheet, I don't need row divider, I don't need column divider. Also in the columns I don't need the zero line, right? So remove the grid line and remove the zero line. It all gone. So rather than do it again what I'll do is I will delete this because I have to do this again in these 2 sheets. What I'll do is from here I will duplicate and I will say none, and here I just need to choose one value, none. All the formatting is intact, and right click, duplicate, and unknown. Right click, edit filter, unknown, and OK. So we have done that. This configuration as well, this configuration, all of this is done, and then finally what do we have is this opportunity details sheet, which is also I think quite straightforward. The way you can simply do it is by taking what is my opportunity number, right? After opportunity number, region, route to market, supply subgroup, region, route to market, and subgroup, right? And then what do we have is basically the values. So over here what do we need is basically the circle. Okay, circle is here. In circle what will I put is the opportunity amount over here, right, onto the text. It brings the opportunity amount, and then on the color what do I need is the opportunity result. So what it does is it basically creates the impact over here for each of the opportunity, whether you are losing or whether you are winning. Okay, so now you can see the impact has come, right? Okay, so we will say fit width. Let's So it is a huge table. That's why it will going to take a little bit of time. That I believe is slightly faster when we do it into the Power BI. Okay, so now we have this. We have to make it slightly small or big based on our need. But yeah, this is one and this. Then this, then this. Okay, so this is an adjustment. Again, we will have to do the adjustment in the front end. So while we will create a dashboard, so I will leave it for now over there. Okay, so we have done this. We have all these sheets that we need to prepare. Now over here, the design that we need. Okay, so design is something what we are having is we have the title at the top, and then these two basically these two filters. Then down below we have one section, we have another this big section, which is again further you have first, second and third. So it's a very complex layout and something which also I teach to master it in my training, which I am also sharing it here as well, which you can, if practice, you can create any dashboard you want. So first thing first is let's increase the width and height. Okay, so this is 1200 by 900 is what I'm choosing for this. First thing first is what I'm bringing is the vertical, because I have the title at the top and down below I have the other section. In that, as a trick, I use the blank object, which let's say I need the title and the filter, so I need a horizontal layout. Once I do that, I know that this place is blank and this place is horizontal, which we can go in and lay out and also see that. So this is a horizontal, this is blank, right? So once we have done that, then what do we also need after that is another horizontal container, which is over here. This is my second part. So I can bring it down and bring this up, bring this up for title, right? This becomes my title, this becomes my second level of layout. Okay, so now what do? I bring a blank over here as well in this. Okay, and then what I do is I bring the text. So what it does is I need to use a sales win-loss dashboard, right? And then I use Tableau medium. Let's make it 18 and let's make it this much, and I will choose this color, which is this, but for loss I will choose the gray color, so that it is looking good or following the process of dashboard, sales win-loss dashboard. So this is a visual cue for this. So now I have this text, but I have this blank, which then I will use it for putting my the filters. Now in this dashboard I have horizontal. Again, you will see that I'm going to use blank, right? So if you see over here, I have blank, and in this blank, first thing first I will going to bring is the vertical, because all my values are going down as the vertical values. So this is my benefit of my vertical container, because I now have the blank, and I now have a vertical and I have the blank to hold up my space for my rest of the container values. So what do I have is basically this value KPI 1, KPI 2 and 3 and 4 and so on and so forth. So I can simply start pulling in first value, second value, third value, KPI 2, 1, 2, KPI 3 I have not put it, so let me put it over here, 5 and 6. Okay, so now you can see I could have done it very easily. I have done it very easily. Otherwise, if I have not followed this best practices, that would have been nightmare. And Let me try to hide all of these KPIs. Okay, hide and hide. All right, so win-loss conversion ratio is this, but if you see, what I'm using is basically each of these values. So over here, I will, if I expand this, I will simply say Control Z, I will put it, I will say field sales in field sales, right? So we have field sales and then we have this value. What is our value over here? So that is something what I'm using over here. One way of doing this is like this. Another way is the way we can do that. So we just remove this, remove this, this, apply. So what I have is 1:4, and then what I bring is route to market over here. So you see field sales, right? This is a much better way because we have a control on each of the object. So in the formatting font, I can bring it 18 or maybe 20, right? This is my text. What I can do is I can make it right aligned, and in field sales, make it color like this or maybe this. Yeah, same way I will do it over here. I will bring route to market. So these are the few things which we need to basically do as per our design requirement. 20, this, right? And then in the text, we just have to remove everything from here. Control that and remove this, apply, okay, and right. Let's just finish it up for rest of these three as well. We need route to market over here, text, let's go over here, let's delete this, and let's delete this as well. Ooh, what happened? Okay. Yeah, this is where I'm not able to see the cursor, that's why it is happening. 26, and I will keep it right aligned. Also this one, right click, format, we will make it 20 and this color. So now everything is fine, only thing is right click, hide it. You must have come over here, right click and hide, right, and over here right click and hide. Small formatting things, but must be taken care. Reseller and these two as well. So what do? We bring it route to market over here. You can do the formatting of this first, up to us. So 20 and this. So we need some more space. Let's give it more space. And then in the text, make it right aligned. And then over here, let's close this. Let's bring it up here. And also, let's do this. Apply. Okay. Right? Tally coverage. And then what do we have is this. So let me remove the text. Up to us. What do we want first and second? But I'm just taking this away. Okay. And right aligned. And then route to market. I can put it over here. Right click. Format. Font is 20. So you can see same settings. And this is why we need to take care of all of this when we are creating the sheet. Very important for us, so that we don't have to do this practice change again and again. Very important at the time of planning. Now if I come to my dashboard, you can see it is coming along, right? And I can bring this down, right, up to a level where I want. Okay, so now this, you can see it is coming like this, and over here this how to market is coming, which we will remove it, hide label. And looks like we need to give this also a little bit of space. Yeah, okay, so that is the basically our objective of how to do this. So make sure you hit the save button. So once we have done that, now we have the blank object over here. If you see over here, this is a blank object, right? This is how I basically plan my entire dashboard. And then what do we have is this layout and this layout. So again, what I need is vertical at a higher level, and I'll keep this. For now, I'll keep this. I know in the end I have to remove it. Okay, so we have this vertical container. In this vertical container, I will bring blank. Okay, and then what do I need in this blank? First thing first is what I need is the bar. So I'll keep it here. So at least now you can see it is holding up the space for me here. We will keep the bar up until here. Okay, and then what I need is the horizontal container. Control Z. I need to put it in between of these two. Yeah, I can put it even here. This is where my blank is, and this is where my horizontal container is. In this horizontal container, I will what I need is these three values, these three objects, known, unknown, and all, and then the sheet, right? So in that, first thing first, what I'll do is bring the blank, and I will move this up. Not this, but let me just quickly see where I have this blank. Where is my horizontal container? Yeah, there you go. And I will bring this down, and in that what I will bring is this vertical container. So you have seen that it has become really complex, right? And that is what it happens when you get a little bit of mastery over this subject of how to do this. Let's use this and close and delete this. Okay, known, none, and unknown, because we want to have a control over of how are we planning to really utilize this information, right? So now we have this, and what is this? This is blank, right? So again, what do I need is sheet over here. So I will bring the sheet, and this will going to, let me just hide this, and then I can close this, right? So my sheet is coming here. I have this. I'll double click and remove this completely. So this is gone, right? Now it is slowly coming along, right? We will come over here. We will remove this, and we will say fix hide. Okay, let's just make sure we do this, and we will give some space over here to these objects, so that, and then from here also we have this place. What we can do is we can bring this down over here, okay, and close this. We have this, we can double click, or we can bring this down over here. We have this component. In this component, you can see sheet, and I told you this will going to create bit of an issue. So this is where I have left it over there. So region is coming, right? And I will keep it standard for the sheet, and it will take bit of a time because sheet is big. Okay, so let's see. Now the scroll bar is present. In this case, I can move this over here, right? And for in a minute it changes, and let's do this as well till here. So we are pretty much there. It's just that we have to take care of few things and we should be good. Now our values have come, right? So furthermore we have to go towards right and keep it good. Okay, furthermore let's come over here and so this is good. We have opportunity number. What I'll do is, so now you can see it has just a matter of now to put it in a proper structure, and then over here we have to expand this value towards the right so that the values will come properly automatically. Yeah, you can see this is coming. So just keep shifting it towards the left or right and making sure that this is coming. So what I'll do is, once and for all, I will come over here. This will hide this, but at least it will create a space for me for using this value. Since it is a very big table, that's why it is creating this issue. But this setting, once you are done, it will be used then by your users every day. Okay, now you can see all these values have come. So the only thing which I will do is I will simply try to, if it allows me to move this towards a little bit on right so that everything is coming properly and no scroll bar. Okay, so now we are there. We just have to provide some names over here. This is where my dashboard is. This is win loss competitor, right? So this is coming as a text. So what I'm doing is putting it over here. Win loss by competitor, win/loss by competitor, and let's give it what, 14, this much. Tableau, let's say regular, and okay, right? Then you have all of these ones. So this one is this, but this is a title, right? So competitor type known. So we will say competitor type known, and what I'll do is make it 12, Tableau regular, and make it this, apply, and okay. Well, why? Because in the sheet shading to provide this, or maybe a little bit darker, but yeah, I guess this much is also fine. Competitor type known, and double clicking, coming over here, right? Up to us how much big or small we want. So competitor type known, and we can say it competitor type none, and that will be regular, center over here, click OK, competitor type. I think this will not come if we keep it 12 regular, this color, apply, unknown. Okay, for some reason it has come. And this one is what, 15, right? That's why I was wondering why it is looking big. Okay, so for this sheet, shading, let's give this. For shading, let's give this. Okay, so we have done that. Win loss by competitor. So only thing is, here I'm using capital and here I'm using smaller. Also the color is slightly dark, which I will can keep it. And this title is win loss opportunity deals. Win loss / win loss opportunities. Apply, and what I'll do is, I think I'm using 12 or I don't know, 14 maybe. Tableau regular, right? And swatch, apply. Let's see. Win loss by competitor and opportunities, I think slightly lighter, and click OK. And then we have this chart where we are not using any title, so right click and say hide title. Okay, and I am simply trying that if it allows, generally it allows to do that, but that's okay. And then we have container even over here, which we can remove from here, and we can bring this down and bring this down as well, so that it will going to allow us to bring the information properly. So we have done that. I will double clicking this, and this is my entire container, and I guess now my container is going all the way down to this value. I simply again did the same thing, selected the entire container, and I simply unchecked the fixed height, so it allowed me. Same thing I was trying over here, but I guess I need to select the entire container, and now I need, yeah. So what I was not doing is I was just selecting this one, not this. So now you can see I have a little bit more space if I want for this particular chart. We have done that. The last thing is filters, right? So filters are where? Filters, I can put it in bar chart. Filter is nothing but group. Select all. Okay. Subgroup. Okay. And then what we can do is we can simply come over here, say filters and group, and then one more time. This keeps happening, so we don't have to worry. Once you are having expertise, you will see that you can easily take care of all of this. Over here, multiple values drop down. Up to us, single value, multiple values are based on our business need. And then we put this and drag it over here. Since I have blank, I can very easily put it. As you can see, I have blank. I can very easily see this is where my divider is, and I can put it, right? So this layout is adjusting, so that's why it's taking time. And then I can go and remove from my dashboard, and this automatically takes up the space. So that is why most of the time my helper object is the blank object, right? And then I have this, which it has selected everything, and I will say fix width. Technically it should say height. So for that, I think I need to select this layout. Furthermore, this entire layout, and over here I need to uncheck that so that it has come down, right? So it is getting some more space at the top. So we are utilizing every space that I'm having to create this dashboard, and I'll hit my save button. Okay, and we are pretty much there. Last thing what we need to do is come over here, layout. In this layout, I choose this, maybe lighter version. Yeah. So that way it is giving me a clear impact of what we are choosing. So again, what I'll try to do, utilize this space. By utilizing, I will double click so this entire container, and let me just try to choose fix and check this, something which I am not doing, and I was just thinking, it will give me some space. But anyways, once I have done that, let me just see. Okay, so what do I have is this colors like this. So what I'll do is choose this in the layout, and I will choose white, and over here I will choose white, and this gives me the exact layout what we were looking for. The only last thing you will have to do is come over here and make sure apply to worksheet and all using this data source, and then same setting for subgroup, so that all the visualizations will change based on this. And then I will tell you 4 or 5 different settings at the top of my mind which you can do to change this or make it to a next level. First, I will come over here, apply to worksheet, all using this data source. So what initially I showed you is something we have already prepared, right? Now the next thing or the next level of thing we need to do is, let's say we want, or our user want, that you are showing us overall conversion ratio, and as part of the next level of requirement, what you get is, based on the route to market you are seeing over here, they want to click on this field sales and they want only the bar chart to be updated, right? They want to see if I'm clicking on field sales, what is happening. If I'm clicking on other, what is the value over here, what I'm reseller over here. Let's say this is first requirement. If you have done that, they came back and said, oh, we want bar, but we also want to filter this information as well, right? So only these 2 charts should change. So that can be requirement number 1. With the help of that, you will be able to take your dashboard to a next level. Now the requirement number 2 is, let's say they come back and say, hey, you are showing us the value, good, but I also want to see the percentages like we are showing it over here, right? So you can take a clue from here, or you can think about how you can give a button of value and percentage, so that if you click on value, it shows value. If you click on percentage, it shows the information by percentage, right? So that is the second level of information, right? Then what you have is these win-loss by competitor. Let's say you did not get much of a requirement over there, pretty fine. But the way you can get it detail, like let's say for example in the data source you have for example, where is that? I was looking for deal size, right? So you want to look at the information by deal size, right? So they are asking you that, hey, I want a deal size filter only for this section, where if I filter, it should give me based on which deal size my competitors information is basically changing, right? They want to understand the competitor information better by deal size. Okay, now over here, final information. Let's say over here they want win-loss opportunities are there, but they want, let's say, one filter which is win/loss, and then you are able to give them the option of filtering the value. Either you have a button or you have the win-loss. So that's pretty much all I wanted to show you as a options to take this dashboard to a next level and give your user a great experience. With that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll meet you in the next dashboard tutorial with a new video.